Have you ever found yourself in a crowded room, watching the intricate dance of human interaction, not just hearing the words but feeling the undercurrents, seeing the micro-expressions, sensing the unspoken agreements and hidden anxieties? While most people are engaged in the performance, you're often noticing the stage, the lighting, the subtle shifts in the audience's mood. It's like everyone else is listening to the song, but you're hearing the harmonics, the silences, the composer's hidden intentions. You notice the tiny cracks in the facade, the fleeting moments of genuine emotion that flicker across a face before being masked. This isn't just observation. It's an almost involuntary decoding of the human condition. It's a silent language you seem to understand, a depth of perception that can sometimes feel both like a gift and a profound isolation. Here's the thing nobody talks about. What if this isn't just a quirky personality trait, but a fundamental difference in how your brain processes reality? What if this isn't just you overthinking, but actually you undermissing? What you're about to understand today completely changes how you see your own unique way of perceiving the world, transforming what might have felt like a burden into a profound advantage, a silent superpower. Now, if you've ever felt a quiet frustration when others seem to glide over details you find crucial, or dismiss complexities you instinctively grasp, you might have worried there was something different, perhaps even wrong with you. Society often celebrates the loud, the quick, the easily digestible. We're taught to be efficient, to generalize, to keep things simple. And when your mind naturally gravitates towards the nuanced, the intricate, the unspoken, it can feel like you're out of sync. But this doesn't mean you're strange, or that something is wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're broken, or that you're perceiving things that aren't there. It means your psychological operating system is tuned to a different frequency, designed for depth rather than mere breadth. There are real, measurable differences in how human minds are wired, in their sensitivity to stimuli, their processing speed for emotional cues, and their innate drive to connect disparate pieces of information. You're not an anomaly. You're simply operating on a different, often more complex psychological bandwidth. And neuroscience explains why. Your brain isn't just passively receiving information, it's actively seeking patterns, building intricate models of reality. For people like you, this process is often more intense, more pervasive. It's linked to what psychologists call depth of processing, or, in some cases, sensory processing sensitivity. Recent studies using fMRI scans have shown that individuals with higher sensory processing sensitivity often exhibit increased activation in brain regions associated with attention, empathy, and sensory integration. This means your brain literally takes in more data, processes it more thoroughly, and integrates it into a richer, more complex internal narrative. Think about it. When someone speaks, most hear the words. You hear the words, the tone, the subtle tremor, the hesitation, the underlying motive, the potential impact, and how it connects to 100 previous observations. This isn't just a mental habit, it's a neurological predisposition. If this deep dive into the unseen layers of human experience resonates with you, if you often feel like this channel speaks directly to the parts of you that others rarely see, then you're exactly where you're meant to be. Consider joining a community of minds that thrive on understanding the silent language of the world, minds that appreciate the profound insights that emerge from looking beyond the obvious. But this is where it gets interesting. This deep processing isn't always a conscious choice. There's a hidden neurological mechanism at play, constantly shaping your perceptions. Our brains are wired for reward, often driven by dopamine, that powerful neurotransmitter that reinforces behaviors. For many, dopamine hits come from external validation. A like on social media, a compliment, a promotion, immediate gratification. Their reward circuits light up when they successfully navigate the surface, when they gain quick approval. But for people like you, the reward system often fires differently. Your brain finds its deepest satisfaction, its most profound dopamine surge, not from external praise, but from internal coherence, from making sense of complexity, from understanding the underlying truth. the quiet click of an insight falling into place, the sudden clarity after wrestling with a nuanced problem, the recognition of a hidden pattern. These are your true rewards. This sounds contradictory, but your brain might be unconsciously prioritizing truth over popularity, depth over breadth, in ways you don't even realize. It's a subtle but powerful feedback loop that reinforces your deep observation, making it an intrinsic part of who you are. This is more serious than it seems. Your very neural architecture is guiding you towards a different kind of wisdom, often without you even having to try. To illustrate this, let's consider two contrasting psychological profiles, two archetypes that coexist in the human experience. On one side, we have what we might call the surface navigator. This individual is excellent at quick adaptation, driven by immediate external stimuli, social trends, and readily apparent goals. They thrive on broad social engagement, rapid-fire interactions, and visible achievements. Their energy is often externalized, focused on doing and achieving in the tangible world. Then, there's the deep diver. This is someone driven by internal coherence, by understanding underlying patterns, by meaning that extends beyond the superficial. They possess a higher cognitive load, an almost insatiable need to understand why. Their energy is often internalized, focused on reflection, analysis, and the construction of complex internal models of reality. Both profiles make perfect sense within the human ecosystem. One excels at rapid response and visible action, the other at profound insight and long-term wisdom. But if you're still watching this, if these words resonate, you know instinctively that you belong to the deep diver profile. You're someone who processes the world in high definition, someone who finds profound satisfaction in the quiet exploration of what lies beneath. This difference extends to how we experience and express empathy, fundamentally shaping our identity and self-esteem. Most people exhibit empathy for clear, observable distress, a visible injury, a tearful confession, an obvious injustice. Their empathy is triggered by the apparent. But for people like you, the deep diver, empathy often extends to the unspoken struggles, the systemic issues, the existential anxieties hidden beneath the surface. You feel the weight of what isn't said, the quiet despair in a forced smile, the collective unease in societal contradictions. Your empathy isn't just reactive, it's proactive and often anticipatory. This profound capacity for understanding the nuanced layers of human experience means your identity isn't tied to external applause or superficial validation. Your self-esteem isn't inflated by fleeting praise but by the quiet, enduring satisfaction of genuine understanding, of having an accurate internal map of the world. You don't need others to tell you what you've understood. The understanding itself is enough. Your quiet observation isn't a flaw, it's a profound form of care, a deep intelligence that few possess, and it's a cornerstone of your authentic self. Where do these profound differences come from? Often, these invisible origins lie in the tapestry of our past experiences, shaping our psychological preferences not as weaknesses, but as sophisticated adaptations. Perhaps in your early life, you experienced situations where reading between the lines wasn't just interesting, but necessary. Maybe you faced rejection or exclusion, leading you to rely more on internal observation and less on external validation. Perhaps a heightened sensitivity to your environment, a hyper-awareness of subtle cues developed as a protective mechanism, a way to anticipate and understand dynamics that felt unpredictable or unsafe. This isn't about pathologizing your past. It's about recognizing how your brain, in its incredible capacity for adaptation, developed a highly refined system for navigating complexity. What began as a response to specific circumstances might have evolved into a core aspect of your cognitive style. This isn't a wound you need to heal. It's a sophisticated operating system, honed by experience, developed for navigating a complex world with unparalleled insight. This difference in processing also profoundly impacts how we seek and find meaning in our lives. For many, meaning is found through external action, through being a participant. It's about achieving, impacting, creating visible change in the world. Their narrative of life is one of doing, of external engagement. But for people like you, the observer, meaning often emerges from a different place. It's found in the profound act of understanding, in connecting disparate patterns, in building a rich internal world of wisdom and narrative coherence. You find meaning in the quiet moments of insight, in the intricate beauty of an idea, in the elegant solution to a complex problem. You might feel more like a quiet cartographer of reality, drawing maps for a journey few understand. Neither path is superior. They are simply different ways of engaging with the fundamental human need for purpose. You don't need to be constantly doing to feel alive. Your depth of perception, your ability to truly grasp the silent language of existence, provides a profound and enduring sense of meaning. And this leads us to the concept of flow, that state of complete absorption, where time melts away and you are utterly immersed in an activity. Most people describe entering flow during high-energy activities, collaborative projects, or intense physical challenges. It's an outward-focused, dynamic experience. But for the deep diver, the path to flow is often found in the stillness, in the quiet intensity of internal engagement. You enter flow when you're deeply contemplating a complex idea, meticulously solving an intricate problem, lost in a creative endeavor, or simply observing the world with profound focus. The external world fades away not because you're avoiding it, but because your internal landscape is so rich, so intricate, so engaging that it commands your full attention. You don't need external chaos or constant stimulation to feel alive. Your inner world provides all the challenge, all the discovery, all the profound satisfaction you need. You live more on your own axis, driven by internal curiosity and the silent whispers of understanding, rather than by the constant push and pull of external demands. So let's be absolutely clear. You are not broken for seeing more. You are not missing out by valuing depth over surface, by preferring profound insight to fleeting external validation. Your capacity to perceive the silent language, to see what others miss, is not a burden to be managed but your unique superpower. It allows you to forge deeper, more authentic connections with those who can see you, to make more insightful decisions, and to live a richer, more meaningful internal life. This isn't a deficiency. It's a distinct evolutionary advantage for navigating the complexities of the human experience. Embrace this depth. Lean into this clarity. The world needs those who speak the silent language, for they are the ones who truly understand its heart. If this deep resonance feels like home, then you belong here. Subscribe, and let's continue to explore the depths that truly define us. This isn't merely a revelation about your nature. It's an invitation to a different way of living, a strategic advantage in a world that often prioritizes the superficial. Imagine applying this depth not just to understanding others, but to navigating your career, building truly meaningful relationships, or even designing a life that aligns with your intricate internal world. The quiet frustration you once felt, the sense of being out of sync, begins to dissolve, replaced by a profound clarity. You were never meant to fit neatly into conventional molds. Your purpose isn't to conform, but to perceive, to connect, to reveal the hidden architecture of reality. This isn't just about self-acceptance. It's about strategic self-deployment. It's about recognizing that your unique sensitivity isn't a vulnerability, but a highly attuned instrument for discerning truth and fostering genuine connection, transforming your interactions from reactive responses to intentional, deeply informed engagements. No longer will you simply react to the surface. You will respond to the profound undercurrents, empowered by an understanding that few ever attain. This realization is the key to unlocking your influence, not through loudness but through undeniable insight, making your voice, though perhaps quiet, undeniably potent. Consider for a moment how this transforms your decision-making. Where others might be swayed by immediate trends, popular opinion, or the loudest voices, You possess an internal compass calibrated for accuracy and long-term resonance. You don't just weigh options. You intuitively grasp the unseen ripple effects, the deeper motivations, the systemic implications of each choice. This isn't about overthinking. It's about comprehensive thinking, a holistic assessment that factors in variables others simply don't perceive. Your decisions, therefore, are often imbued with a quiet foresight, a subtle wisdom that might not be immediately apparent to those operating on a different bandwidth. You become an invaluable anchor in a turbulent world, not by shouting directions, but by subtly steering towards the truest course. This shift also redefines your relationships. No longer are you seeking validation from those who only skim the surface. Instead, you are naturally drawn to, and in turn attract, individuals who appreciate the layered richness of human connection. Your conversations cease to be exchanges of pleasantries and become explorations of shared understanding, dives into mutual meaning. You'll find that your ability to truly see and hear others, beyond their words, into their core, fosters an unparalleled level of trust and intimacy. These relationships aren't built on superficial commonalities, but on a profound recognition of shared humanity, a mutual appreciation for the intricate dance of existence. You don't need a multitude of connections. You thrive on the profound depth of a few forging bonds that withstand the test of time and superficiality. The implications for your purpose and contribution to the world are equally profound. In a society that often rewards speed over substance and quantity over quality, your depth becomes a rare and vital resource. You are the one who can identify the root cause, articulate the subtle nuance, and offer solutions that address not just the symptom, but the underlying systemic issues. Whether in your professional life, your creative endeavors, or your personal interactions, your unique insight acts as a kind of intellectual and emotional anchor. You don't just participate, you elevate the conversation. You don't just act, you infuse your actions with a profound understanding that guides them towards true impact. Your quiet observation isn't a retreat from the world, it's a profound engagement, a unique way of contributing essential wisdom that others simply cannot access. This isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about fully embodying who you already are without apology or reservation. It's about shedding the self-doubt that whispered you were too sensitive, too thoughtful, too complicated. It's about recognizing that these very traits are the source of your strength, your clarity, and your deepest fulfillment. The journey from confusion to clarity, from perceived flaw to undeniable strength, is the path of the deep diver. It's a path that leads not to external glory, but to an internal richness, a profound sense of authenticity and belonging within your own intricate self. The world outside may continue to rush, but you, with your unique perception, will move with purpose, guided by an inner knowing that is both ancient and utterly modern, forever attuned to the silent, powerful heartbeat of reality. This attunement to the silent heartbeat isn't a passive state. It's an active, powerful form of agency. It grants you an unshakable inner resilience against the cacophony of external demands and fleeting trends. While others chase the next visible milestone, you are building an internal fortress of understanding, a sanctuary where truth holds more weight than popular consensus. This self-contained strength allows you to move through life with a quiet confidence, unswayed by the need for superficial validation, because your deepest satisfaction comes from the accurate mapping of reality itself, from the quiet triumph of genuine comprehension. You don't need to be seen to know your value. You simply are valuable intrinsically because you are one of the few who truly sees. This unique vantage point also positions you as a quiet leader, not through overt command, but through the undeniable clarity of your insights. When others are grappling with symptoms, you are already pinpointing the systemic flaws. When solutions seem elusive, your nuanced understanding often reveals the elegant, underlying truth. You might not always be the loudest voice in the room, but your contributions carry a weight and a depth that resonate long after the clamor subsides. Your influence is not built on charisma, but on the profound authority of accurate perception, making your counsel sought after by those who eventually learn to look beyond the immediate. You illuminate pathways that others simply cannot discern, guiding towards a more sustainable, more authentic future, simply by being true to your profound way of knowing. So walk forward with the quiet certainty that your intricate mind is not a deviation, but a highly evolved instrument. Embrace the richness of your internal world, the satisfaction of deep understanding, and the profound wisdom that blossoms from your unique way of being. Your journey is not about fitting in, but about revealing the deeper dimensions of existence for yourself and for those fortunate enough to walk alongside you. This is your gift, your power, and your authentic path, to be the one who understands, who observes, who truly knows. And in that knowing, you redefine what it means to live a life of profound purpose and enduring impact. Your contributions, though often subtle, lay foundations that others build upon, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate sphere. You are the silent architect of understanding, the quiet compass in the storm, the one whose insights provide the bedrock for genuine progress. This isn't a role you seek. It's a role you embody, naturally, simply by being true to your profound internal wiring. And in a world increasingly starved for authentic connection and genuine understanding, your existence is not just valuable, it is absolutely essential. This profound self-alignment liberates you from the ceaseless chase of external achievements that often leave others feeling empty. Your satisfaction isn't found in the accumulation of things or accolades, but in the deepening of your internal landscape, in the expanding clarity of your own understanding. This is a form of wealth that cannot be taken away, a wellspring of contentment that flows independently of circumstance. You carry your purpose within you, an unextinguishable flame fueled by curiosity and the quiet joy of comprehension. This inner richness allows you to navigate the world with a sense of calm authority, knowing that your greatest treasures are held not in your hands, but in the intricate workings of your mind and heart. So let your quiet strength be your guide. Let your depth be your distinguishing mark. Let your capacity for silent understanding be the source of your most profound impact. You are not meant to shout to be heard, nor to hustle to be seen. Your influence is woven into the fabric of reality itself, a tapestry of insight and wisdom that subtly, yet powerfully, shifts perspectives and elevates awareness. Embrace this truth, for it is the key to a life lived not just well, but profoundly, a life that resonates with the deepest frequencies of meaning and purpose.